Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Wrenched. Just feeding the chickens and giving them water for the day. It was very much frozen, but they're vibing now. I'm becoming better friends with the rooster. He hasn't made a warning call. Seems to be friendly today. Hasn't tried attacking me. Oh, you're gonna... Oh. I'm gonna call this one the curious chick. And then this one right here, this black one with the comb, that's sick chick. I took care of her and nursed her back to health. She used to be at the bottom of the order in this group. They all pecked her, didn't let her get food. Now look at her. She's healthy and thriving. And then this rooster, I've yet to name him, but one day we're gonna get a name. Give me some honorary names from him in the comments. I just dropped a bunch of carrots and a couple apples on the ground. Let's see how they react to this new stimuli in the area. Oh no, he's turning around. He doesn't approve. They don't want it. No way. Oh god, I'm probably freaking him out. Wait, you guys are good to take those. Hey. I guess they're not interested, but there's so many over here. You guys are good to walk out there more. Not quite interested. Alright, see you guys next time on the next episode of chickens reacting to things that I put in front of them. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Wrench Dizzle. Welcome back to another Brawlhalla banger. Today, we're getting into this queue immediately. This is experimental, not ranked. And if you're wondering where the camera is, basically I'm returning it. I'm going to get a new camera that suits my needs better. But for now, we're just going to be chilling. This video, as you already know, because you clicked on the video, we're going to be talking about the Brawlhalla balance patch, and we're going to be talking about the state of Brawlhalla. Well, actually, we're going to be talking about the last two balance patches, sorry. Usually we don't have balance patches that are that close together. That's not something that we've gotten very accustomed to after having to wait for so long. And the reasoning for that is they have now, they're out on every single platform. They have to get the update verified on each platform before they actually are able to put it out, instead of back in the day when it was just on PC and they could just drop a patch whenever. So that's obviously why we get less balance patches. So the balance patches that we do get, especially during the off season when there's no official competition going on and there's really no reason why you shouldn't be taking the risks here and like making big sweeping changes to the game that need to be made. There's really no reason why we don't have that. The big, I mean, okay, last patch was literally just the Greatsword patch to me, and to many other pros. Literally the only substantial changes there were Greatsword. I still believe Greatsword is the best weapon in the game anyway. It's obviously a much more balanced weapon than it was before. It's much more in line with other weapons. You can actually punish it now. Basically what all that did was it added recovery on whiff to all of your stance cancels and just your whiffs in general on Greatsword. So now you're actually punishable when you miss. So that's cool. Let's not talk about why Greatsword was added to BCX and how that can never ever happen again, and how that really just kind of ruined BCX in a way, the integrity of BCX. I know I use Jen at BCX, but it just should not have been in the game at that point, obviously. So, cannon sidelight setup location has been slightly lowered. It seems like, to me at least, you may have heard this from other pros before, but it seems like they're literally just cycling in and out balance patches or balance changes that have been in the game before. The sidelight setup location being changed on this patch basically makes it so sidelight Sare is I guess it's much harder to get out of. I don't know if it's undodgeable now or it's not undodgeable. I guess it's just unjumpable. It's just really hard to get out of now unless you dodge. So now cannon's a lot stronger. Now you're forced to dodge there. You can't just jump out of that anymore. So they have much more control over you if they're making you use a dodge there. And you know that's going to result in cannon being able to rack up more high damage strings and even the 0 to deaths. Sidelight being that good, really, that was when the 0 to deaths on cannon were devastatingly easy to pull off and required like only one dodge read. It was basically how Greatsword felt at BCX, where you got one dodge read and they're dead. So that's basically how Cannon's gonna turn out, I guess. Neutral air on Cannon, increased force, just a little bit. Actually, a little. This is an alright a bit. Considerable amount, I guess. Definitely not nothing. And then Cannon recovery, decreased that coverage, basically making that a little bit easier to punish because it was such an awkward move before, especially when you were using it to recover from on the wall to back on stage. Around the corner, it had a lot of weird interactions. So, you know what? That's fine. Gauntlets, what they did to that, they nerfed neutral air damage by 4, which I thought would be maybe it would do something. No, it's not going to do anything really. That 4 damage, sure, if you hit 3 nairs in a row or something, obviously you're going to have, you know, your 12 less damage that you would have had before. But is that really going to matter in the grand scheme of things? That very, very likely won't matter that much. And if it does matter, it'll be very rare situations where 10 more damage would have killed you or something. But then, like, you're basically dead at that point anyway. It's very small things like that will probably not even be noticeable, that damage change. Still keeps in the Gauntlets 3-piece. Downlight to chase dodge, nair to recovery. True combo, by the way. 100% of the time, true combo. And kills. So that's, you know, that's kind of still in the game. Kind of makes Gauntlets, like, basically the best weapon in the game right now. If not, like, well, definitely top 3, but could be even the best weapon in the game right now. Aside from, like, Greatsword. Hammer Cider got decreased rear threat coverage. That's cool. I don't know. It doesn't really fix my issues with Hammer. But I guess it's cool that that move is going to be a little bit less devastating. You know, in that aspect, I guess progress. But that's... it's just that we're in the new... or we're in the off-season now. There's really no reason why we should have these small changes that are like just barely there just to one step at a time here to fix the game, when we could be having so many big sweeping changes and then just, you know, figure out what needs to be reverted or what needs to be changed before the actual competitive season starts. And then the off-season can just be something to kind of see, you know, what needs to be changed, what can we do if we change something, or how does something feel if we change it, and then you can kind of work from there. But that's not how BMG has been using it. And no disrespect to BMG, I think BMG is great. I know they're still working with that same indie dev team that they were working with initially before they were bought by Ubisoft. Ubisoft has definitely helped them in terms of funding, and maybe even a couple employees, although they said when they were acquired by Ubisoft they didn't want to change basically what was the fundamentals of Brawl with all of those original developers, which I agree with. That's good. And another thing now, it's been since August now when mobile Brawlhalla was released, marking Brawlhalla's release on every single platform. This is big because the developers said that themselves that after that happened, we would start to see patches for everything that we've been talking about. And last year, around somewhere like early in last year, maybe mid last year, we had the same phase where all these top players were just really unmotivated to play the game and really had bad opinions on the game, or bad, yeah, basically just no faith. And, you know, it makes sense. So BMG responded with that dev stream that was basically like, okay, we're out on mobile, now we're gonna get everything that you guys have been asking for. We got those new animations. That is the extent of the new content that we've seen from BMG and Brawlhalla. That's not just purely cosmetic. We've seen a bunch of skins. We've seen 2 battle passes. We've seen plenty of crossovers in the meantime, but we haven't actually seen any real features be added to the game. And don't get me wrong, I know that, you know, the dev team is different than like the art team and the cosmetics team. And so they're always going to be able to do skins and stuff while the devs are doing other things. My issue with this is that we don't know what the devs are working on. We know what cosmetics are coming up, we know what events are coming up, and what new holiday skins will be coming out. For example, the Valentine's Day, we already know the new skins coming out. We already know about the event coming up again. We're gonna know early when the new battle pass comes, and what theme that'll be, and what skins that might have. But we don't know what the actual developers, the programming developers, are working on. And that's a problem, I think, because we've had stuff like the clans feature. The clans feature has been in the game on PC since 2016. It was added because there were already third-party clans being ran on Discords and stuff similar to what we have now. I don't really know how big clans are in the state of Brawlhalla right now, but in 2016, 2017, even fuck until like maybe 2019, they were just massive, and they were really important, and they were good resources to be getting better. I got pretty good pretty quickly by just playing people in my clan at the time, and like you constantly play them, you do career battles with other clans. It's a little bit of a competitive aspect, adds something to the game, adds a team aspect, and you know, you have a reason to improve, get better for your teammates, or to be able to beat your teammates. The problem with this is now that mobile is out and everything, they've said that they want to focus on stuff like, you know, the clans patch, like maybe a ranked rework. I don't even think they've openly said anything about a ranked rework, which I will get into in just a second, what I think needs to happen with a ranked rework, because I think we need more than just a new rank for a ranked rework. So the clans, literally, they are just a name tag, and that's, the developers have gone on record saying that the reason that clans are only on PC and are not on console or anything is because they're basically just a glorified name tag, and there's no reason to actually put them on consoles because they don't do anything. The BMG devs themselves have said this, and so they know clans suck right now. They suck as a feature. They are terrible. They're just a name tag. And guess what? We have the name tags in game now. So we have basically two name tags, your clan and then your whatever, your BCX finalist 20, your Reveler, your veteran of Asgard, whatever, how many years. It's just a useless thing. We could have in-game crew battles, an in-game clan leaderboard. Just saying, in-game crew battle system would be ridiculous for the level of content, the amount of content we would get from that, and also just the amount of gameplay value we would get from that, and the amount of it would, I don't know, I'm trying to say it would make me come back to the game for crew battles, and it gives you a reason to have all this clan XP, because once you max out your clan and you've got 50 out of 50 members, you've got the max amount of members, you've got 50, what's the point of leveling up your clan anymore? You don't get anything for the next like 70 levels on your clan. I believe it maxed out at 30. Doesn't really matter anyway, because clans are a useless feature, so do you really care when they max out? I guess not. Yeah, all we have is this message of the day, you know, you have XP, that's it. And it's basically just another friends list for you. Another thing was account linking. I will go to this really quick. Brawlhalla matchmaking leaderboard. Okay, so as you can see, Fiend, best Brazil player of all time, absolute legend. You see how he's got this Twitch thing next to his name? You can click on it, it'll take you to Fiend's Twitch. You know, cool, right? How do you actually get this to show up though? If you were to see this and then want to do this, guess what? You can't do it anymore, because there used to be a thing in the game here in the settings tab called account linking, where you could link your Twitch to your Brawlhalla account and then it would show up on the leaderboard with your account. That is no longer even a thing here, which makes me think the devs have just kind of, you know, I don't know what they're doing with it. It just makes me think that they're kind of giving up on it for right now, or they just don't want to fuck with that idea, I guess. What other reason would you remove this account linking feature for? And another thing, account linking between consoles to PC, or like just platform to platform. That would make Brawl Mobile so much more useful and interesting, because it would be like, you know, Brawl on the go. I have no reason to play Brawl Mobile because I have hundreds and hundreds of dollars of skins on my PC. Mobile doesn't play as well as PC, so I don't have any reason to. I don't have the All Legends pack on mobile, and I do not intend on buying it on mobile because what if account linking does come out? Then what? Then I've just wasted my money on mobile to get the All Legends pack, and for what? Yeah, that's just one thing. And then finally, the last thing would be the ranked rework. We need to add a new rank above Diamond. I don't know what exact elo it should be at. Maybe like 2400, 2300. Maybe it should just be top 250 for the region, since we already have top 250 show when you hit it. The thing that's more important for a ranked rework than adding a new rank with DK and maybe even a best of 3 feature so pros can best of 3 in ranked, it would be really important to actually make the first 2 ranks in the game, 10 and bronze, relevant. Because as it is right now, if I were to make a new account, completely new account, open Brawlhalla and play ranked, I'll get placed in silver. So what's the point of 10 and bronze if you're not even going to use those ranks, and those ranks are just for people who D-rank out of the placement rank? I don't think there's any real human being who's in 10 right now on purpose, or not on purpose. Everybody who's been 10 in this game, ever since they made it so that you get placed in silver, everybody who's been 10 since then is trolling and literally just throwing games. That's a broken ranked system when your first 2 ranks are fundamentally useless, and then you don't have any incentive to play at the highest level, and you can get the highest rank as a pro or as a top level player. You can get the highest rank in 9 wins, 5 wins for Sandstorm in the new season. We have a bunch of issues with the ranked system. It would be really cool if we just kind of, fix those, and I don't know, maybe elo will not be as inflated to let you get to 3000 elo while still being the rank as someone with 2000 elo. I don't know. This is a really passive-aggressive seeming video, but these are issues that have been in the game for such a long time, and now that Brawlhalla Mobile has been out since August, it's given us 6 months. 6 months, and we haven't really seen any of these big new sweeping features. We haven't seen anything about a clan rework. We don't even know about it. And I want to stress this again. This is one of the main points of this video, is that having transparency about what the developers who are programming the game are doing behind the scenes and what their focus is and what they're working on to bring to us, it would be so nice for us to know, because we already know the stuff like what skins are upcoming. Literally like a week ago, we knew these skins were gonna be added to the game, and this taunt was gonna be added to the game. When is clans gonna get reworked? When are we gonna get a ranked rework? When are we gonna get a casual queue that isn't experimental? This is a whole nother rant right here, but experimental 1v1, that's basically the casual 1v1 queue. There's no actual place for you to give feedback on the test features from in-game. It doesn't do anything for you, because how are you going to give the test features to the devs if you're just a player who has no connection to the developers? So what's the point of this queue other than being an unranked 1v1 queue? But guess what? We don't have an actual unranked 1v1 queue. We have Strikeout, but this is a fundamentally different game mode than if you want to play an unranked 1v1 with one legend. I propose that we need a new unranked 1v1 queue. Maybe we get better Brawl of the Week queues, like we get Brawl Ball back or something. Brawl Ball was so much better than Team Strikeout, trust me. I don't know. I don't think people like Team Strikeout. I would much rather have Brawl Ball here. That's such a small nitpick, but yes, all the rest of these are much bigger issues. They need to be addressed. We need to have more transparency from the programmers on what they're working on, so we know when this clan rework is going to be coming out, when the ranked rework is going to be coming out, when we get some kind of unranked queue, when we get some kind of actual game mode here. I guess that's not just Strikeout again, but I don't know. That's just this one's just a biased thing. I would prefer Brawl Ball over Strikeout. It's mainly just the fact that we haven't seen that kind of thing in so long, and it would be nice to know what they're working on, so then I wouldn't have to complain about stuff like this, because it's been 6 months. We're completely in the dark about what they're working on. I keyed rank this time instead of experimental. Oops. It would be nice to have more risky changes in terms of balance in the off season, so that we don't have things like Qatar's being bad literally all of last year, and then Greatsword coming in and out of nowhere, and so we don't have these big balance issues literally just sticking around for so long. Because the state of the game feels very similar to how it felt a year ago. Maybe not a year ago, maybe 9 months ago. And that's an issue. It kind of makes it hard to keep playing this game when it feels fundamentally the same. And then we have other issues to address. Like, I posted a video on Twitter. My last video was like basically talking about why Mako is an upgraded Asuri in every single way, shape, and form, and how it's basically it's the best example we have of Brawlhalla's power creep now with the newer legends. I've been talking for a really long time that we need just a giant balance patch, reworking signatures and rebalancing old signatures to bring them in line with the new ones and make sure that they're not just utterly goddamn broken and become irrelevant. That's something we need, and that's something that we could use in the off season. This is the perfect time to be going fully in on stuff like this. But there's also things that concern me, like how Jaeyeon Ensig on Greatsword did not get touched after Sandstorm and I abused that signature to its complete fullest at BCX. It didn't get nerfed once, and the balance team was watching those tournament VODs, and they were casting some of them, and they saw the Ensig on Jaeyeon Greatsword being utterly abused. That sig was literally the only thing you had to think of to hit in order to kill ever when you were playing Jaeyeon Greatsword at BCX. And it's really concerning me that that one did not get nerfed. I don't know if the balance team is really on the same page as the pros in this situation. And to an extent, they need to be on the same page as pros. They need to be very close on the same page as pros. That Ensig is one example of that. Mako got more nerfs on her Katars than Jaeyeon got on Greatsword. And Greatsword Ensig is still the best sig in the game. Don't get me wrong. I might lose this one just because I can't find a kill. Too focused on this game, or not gameplay, on this commentary. Hope I'm being a bit coherent and not just jumping all over the place. I probably have a couple more things. If you guys want to see me rant about Brawlhalla more, make sure to go to my stream on twitch.tv/wrenched. I did a 10-hour stream the other day where I ranted about Brawlhalla for a while, played League, played some other games, but that big Brawlhalla rant was an interesting segment of that. Anyway, I think the developers need to be more transparent in terms of the programming team. I think we need to see a clan rework. We need to see a ranked rework. We need unranked 1v1 queues. We need just fundamental changes in the balance, and we need more I guess we need the balance team to be more on the same page with the top players and actually nerf Jaeyeon Ensig on Greatsword. But yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, and peace out.